Hey everybody, how you doing? My name is Miles,
I'm T.
And I'm Josh.
and this is Culture Thoughts. Today's guest is Austin Richie, who's a fifth year guard playing for FGCU from Illinois.
Glenwood, Illinois.
Greenwood, Illinois. Okay. Clap it up for him.
Let's go.
All right, so we're just gonna start off. So how was it growing up in Illinois?
It was cool, bro. You know, I'm not really from like the city. I'm from the suburbs.
Suburbs?
You know what I'm saying? South suburbs, but I'm like 25 minutes of like downtown Chicago.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm still Chicago. You know, like play ball down there all the time. Got family out there, so I'm Chicago like through and through.
So since you said Chicago, so what's like the stereotypes true? You know, gang banging. You know how they, y'all rough out there, tough.
Yeah. I know where not to go.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. But yeah, it's rough out there, man. So I try to steer clear from all that. You know what I mean? You know, like I feel like I'm good out there because I know people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I know where not.
You
to
know
go.
the do's and don'ts
You know
of
what I'm saying?
how to move around Chicago.
Yeah, you gotta know how to be smart out there.
How was your
Makes sense.
personal environment back then, like growing up in Illinois?
It was cool, bro. Like I'm a huge family man. So, you know, I'm super family oriented. You know, like I know a lot of guys that play high school ball down there. Some of my crew from back home. So, you know, I go down there a lot to shop, to eat. You know what I mean? Like it's the city of Chicago. You know, if you know where not to go, then it's beautiful down there. You just got to know where to go.
So with transferring over to FGCU, how was it like missing family and missing home? Like what was the transition like?
Well, this is the furthest I've ever been. You know what I mean? I've been to my first 2 years, I was home, basically. Then my junior year, I was in Oklahoma. And then starting last year, I was in Florida. Florida's been my furthest stop. So it's like 18-hour drive from the crib. It's the furthest I've ever been. So, like, you know, it's been a little bit of an adjustment, but like I feel like my personality, like I transition to new places easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I never really struggle with new environments.
Okay. So what made you choose Florida? Because that's so far.
Yeah, what influenced that decision?
It was basketball. It was a basketball decision.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they play, like my style of play, like I like the way they play. You know what I mean? They shoot a lot of threes. Like obviously our last coach, he recruited me.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of fit my style of play. And then, you know, just being in Florida was intriguing to me. You know what I mean? Like being from Chicago, being from the Midwest, you know, I'm used to the cold.
Yeah.
So Florida being warm all year round, like I jumped on that. You know?
Different type of scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah, different type of scenery. So
Okay. So since you came to Florida, you came to FSU, USF, you know, any big name ones, you know, this is so low key. What really was like, I need to go here instead of going to, you know, one of the big name schools that we got here?
Well, I felt like I wanted to go somewhere where they show me love. You know what I mean? I want to go where we all as athletes, we always want to go where we're wanted.
Yeah.
Like whoever shows us the most love, that's where we're going to feel wanted, and you know what I mean? And that's where we feel like we're going to be best.
Yeah.
So they showed a lot of love, you know, consistently, like they showed that they were really interested. You know what I mean? That's been my decision throughout college is I'm going to go to a school where they feel that where they're going to show me the most love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you act like you don't, you know what I'm saying, you back and forth, don't feel like it, you know what I mean? But if you consistently show me that you want me, then I'm going to look at that. I'm going to say, okay, yo, you're serious.
So FGCU is your home.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my first year in college. It's actually the first time in college I've been at a school 2 years in a row.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a little different.
So from being at FGCU, what has it taught you about yourself?
Like every stop I've learned something different, learned something new. But here it's just like I feel like it's my home because like I just feel like everybody here, you know what I mean, has welcomed me like with open arms. You know what I mean? Like, you know, for at home games, like hearing my name, like that's high school stuff.
Yeah.
Like we want this person in the game, or we want like everybody just all over you.
Yeah.
That's a great feeling as an athlete because it makes you feel like it makes you feel like you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like not only as a player but as a person, you treat people right, your character, how you move off the court. I value that too as a person.
Yeah.
So I just feel like super love here, man, and I just soak it all in.
Okay.
Coming from Chicago, what's the music taste looking like? Because, you know, you got Dirk, Herb, you know.
Right. Like what's your
Yeah.
top three?
Top three,
Let's
you
say
know.
Chicago.
Top three out of
in-
Chicago or
in
top
general?
three in general?
We can do both. Top three of Chicago.
Top three
and then
Chicago,
in general.
then, you know, we can get into top three Chicago and then in general just to
Yeah.
lock in before like a game or something like that.
Top three Chicago right now. See, right now and all time is different, but right now I'm gonna go Dirk, G Herbo, and Probably Polo G.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
Polo
bad
G,
list.
yeah.
That's
Polo G's tough.
valid lineup.
That's tough.
Yeah, probably Polo G. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the locker room? You know, they give you aux. First song, first artist you playing.
Right.
You know, everybody turning up in that bit.
Everybody know I'm a big Dirk fan.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Dirk is my favorite artist.
Yeah.
So that's automatic. Like everybody on the team know that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna turn on Dirk. Like, I love G Herbo, but my general top 3 is Dirk, Gunna, and
Free him.
and Future.
Okay.
Future
Like my
for-
personal favorite.
Future for all
top
those
3.
folks, yeah.
He can
Okay.
hit for everything.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
hit for
Yeah,
everything.
for sure. You real.
So growing up in Illinois, what do you say that's different in Florida than what you got in Illinois?
The weather,
Weather.
that's number 1.
How about the diversity in people? Like, do you say it's more like you feel more as like a majority or minority?
I feel, but like I don't like to classify myself as like a minority. I mean, obviously I'm a black man. I'm a minority, just off rip.
Yeah.
But like I feel like I get along with anybody. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I'm a personable person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I got a big personality, so I don't care if you're a stranger or I've known you for years. I'm gonna treat you like I know you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's always just been my personality. So wherever I go, I'll never feel like a minority because like I'm a people person and I vibe with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't really like to classify myself as that.
Talking back about basketball, like, what's your motivation when the season doesn't go right, or what you feel like it was a success?
Talking to God.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm a man of God. Spiritual man, always have been.
Respect that.
So, you know, I ask God, talk to God about anything and everything. You know,
Yeah.
obviously getting in the gym, putting in extra work if you feel like you didn't perform
Yeah.
to the level you thought you were able to perform, you thought you could have performed. So I think it's just getting in the gym and talking to God, for sure.
What advice do you have for any incoming freshmen or any incoming basketball players, period, who want to maybe be in your position or be in a position that you've similar been into?
I would just tell them, come in and get a vet, like find a veteran, somebody who's been a senior,
Yeah.
like somebody who's been here, who's done it, who knows the ropes. You know what I mean? They can show you like what it is and what it's like to be a college athlete.
Yeah.
You have to get a routine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're not a regular student when you're an athlete, when you're a college athlete. Like your schedules are totally different. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about class, practice, travel, games, weight room, study hall. Like, this is a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to really find your niche and like find your routine as to like how to get acclimated to college. It's not easy at first. You know what I mean? But if you like follow directions and listen, and like, you'll be all right.
And with the whole, student athlete thing, how do you balance finding personal time for you, like mentally, whether it be like a self-care day or like what's your routine for making sure like you straight mentally before anything?
Well, you know, it's 24 hours in a day. You know what I mean? Like 8 of that is towards basketball school, like
Yeah.
at least. So you have a lot of time you got to find time
Yeah.
and make time.
Yeah.
Because mental health and self-care are important no matter what. I don't care how busy you are.
Yeah.
You have to find time for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a person, you know what I mean? Like, that's important. Because if that's on point, then everything else is going to be on point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to find time for that. I try to find time in the evening time, whether that's talking to my family or just listening to music, you know, reading, whatever that case may be. But I make sure I always find time every day for personal time.
Yeah. Who's someone like you look up to, or someone who's a mentor at FGCU in this journey,
At FGCU,
or just in general?
in general, obviously my parents, you know what I mean? My family, like, it's hard to pinpoint just like one person I just like look up to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, obviously, you know what I mean? My parents are everything to me, you know what I mean? In terms of support, encouragement, everything there is everything that they provide. You know, I've loved, you know, my dad is great. You know, he has done a phenomenal job of giving me an example,
Yeah.
of setting an example of what a man is, what a man's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of people that have been influential, you know what I mean? But, like, family, just, if I had to pick one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, going back to, you say you a veteran. Who really started the game for you? When you didn't know what it was, who really like, boom, and then when you got into it, you really, this is what I want to do. Who really started that, that spark in you?
Definitely my pops. You know,
He
like
taught
when I was like 2 years old, he would always bring like little hoops, little rims in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I would just start shooting on them. You know, as a kid, I always watched the Bulls, all their championships. He's got all those tapes.
Yeah.
So I saw Jordan and Pippen, you know what I'm saying, in their prime. So definitely my dad, you know, bringing those hoops in and always just teaching me the game at a young age. Then I just fell in love with it.
There must be some old clips because you said tapes. I ain't heard tapes in a minute. That gotta be old clips.
No,
boy.
no.
VHS.
Nah, yeah, VHS.
Yeah.
VHS, you just stick it in there and just like,
That's that old school for real.
Yeah.
They won't make them
Yeah.
hoes no more.
yeah, my dad is old school for sure.
So is MJ your GOAT or is it LeBron?
MJ's my GOAT.
MJ,
Okay.
you good?
MJ's my GOAT. I mean,
I respect that.
this is a conversation that I love having.
Yeah.
Like, MJ's my GOAT. I think you can't 6-0 in the finals.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Arguably the best scorer ever.
Would you put Kobe in the conversation?
As best scorer or GOAT?
Go conversation with Kobe, LeBron, and MJ.
Those are my top three ever.
Top three.
Yeah.
Ever.
Those are my top three ever. And,
Okay.
and on my order would be Jordan, Bron, Kobe. But
Yeah.
you can
Jordan, Bron, Kobe.
That's my
Yeah.
order.
Ooh. See, I usually hear MJ, Kobe, Bron. I don't really hear too many people put Kobe last.
I think it's tough.
Yeah.
Because I think if Jordan, because like people could say if Jordan's the GOAT and he's the closest to Mike, then how is he behind Bron? Like people could say that,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like he's the closest thing to Mike. So how can Bron be in front of him? I just think Bron, just at everything he does on the court.
Yeah.
Like I just think like he just does everything on the basketball court.
Right.
Like he has no weaknesses, you know what I mean? But it's hard, bro. Like I can really argue Kobe and Bron because Kobe was a killer.
Yeah.
He was.
For
I'm
sure.
telling you.
Just like it didn't matter.
He didn't get the
didn't.
hype for no reason.
No.
He didn't get the hype for no
No,
reason.
like I love Kobe, but it's just like him and Bron. I think him and Bron's more of an argument than MJ and Bron.
Okay.
I think MJ is number one no matter what.
Okay, so with that Bron and Kobe, you still gonna having Bron over Kobe?
Personally, I am, but it's tough. But I would never ever in any order or any list have Kobe lower than 3
Yeah.
ever. Kobe is top 3 no matter what. Now the order is up to you, but he's not on the top 3 no matter what. My order is MJ, Bron, Kobe though.
That's a valid argument.
That's a valid argument. Yeah. They all dominant.
Yeah.
They beasts.
Yeah.
Is there someone you model your game after, or someone you say like, yeah, if you were to pick a player, that's who I would like be that archetype. You know what I mean?
Well, my favorite player is Kevin Durant, but if we're talking about personally,
Yeah.
I look at guys like Klay Thompson, you know, good size, great shooter, guards. I watch guys like Bradley Beal.
Okay.
I'm starting to watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander some more,
Okay.
who's having a phenomenal season who I don't think gets enough credit.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think SGA is tough.
Yeah, for sure.
He's
for sure.
tough. I used to watch D-Book a lot.
Yeah.
Guys like Chris Middleton.
Okay.
Like 3-level scorers, guys that can defend and they're similar size.
Yeah.
But I've watched a lot of Klay. I've watched a lot of deep book.
See, I can see you. I can tell you really watch the game
Yeah,
because
you know your stuff.
Exactly, because you saying like the underdog players. Because you said Klay. Most people would say Curry. You know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Curry get most of the light.
He does.
But Klay's still there. He's
Klay's
still
still
he's
there.
still great
Beast.
great player.
Clay's struggling right now, but I believe in Klay.
Yeah.
Clay's shown us throughout his whole career what he's capable of doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Klay go absolutely crazy numerous times.
Yeah.
So I'm
for
not
sure.
worried about Klay. Klay gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With basketball being like your number one, has there ever been like a sport that you've played or like a moment where it was like, basketball ain't it? Let me try something else.
Baseball was actually my first love.
This
That's
is
a
crazy.
common trend.
This is crazy.
Okay.
Baseball is
you
actually-
gotta give us a little
Right.
backside.
What
how
was
did that start?
positions? How did age?
Because if your
I
pop
was a
started
pitcher,
the basketball,
so
who started the baseball for you then?
Same thing. Like my dad.
Oh, so
like,
you trying to make sure you versatile in them?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Nah,
like
like
an MJ.
baseball and basketball. Baseball was actually my first love. I picked up a baseball before I did basketball, which is crazy because basketball is the one I'm playing right now. But baseball has always I still love baseball to this day.
Yeah.
Like I had a decision to make, like junior in high school. My junior in high school, I said, okay, I'm gonna pick one. It was the hardest decision, one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make.
Why'd you have to
I
pick one
loved
though?
them both. Because I was like, when I like entering college, like being a year or two removed from college, I just wanted to feel like, okay, I want to give my all to one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, if you play two in college, it's been done before. Like Russell Wilson's done it, Jameis Winston's done it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just feel like I want to give my all to one because no matter what you do, you can never give you like one is gonna overlap.
Yeah.
You still got to worry about school. Like, it's just I just thought it was best for me to choose one.
Makes sense.
Give
Why-
my all to one.
Too
Why'd
much
you
on your
choose
plate
basketball?
at the time.
basketball it just won me over, bro. Like it just won me over. Like there's just something about the game of basketball I just love. I just fell in love with it. You know, the action, everything. Like baseball's, you have to really love baseball to like.
Yeah, for sure.
At one point, have you ever felt like, dang, I made the wrong decision, like I should have chose baseball, or has it always been like no regrets?
I'm not gonna say that I don't think about what it would have been like.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like I made the right decision.
Okay.
I feel like I have a future in basketball. You know what I mean? Baseball, I can't help but reminisce.
Yeah.
Because I have a ton of memories.
Yeah.
And I was good. So it was like man, I wonder. Like,
yeah.
I just wonder what it would have been like, you know.
What position in baseball?
I did everything except catch.
Okay.
But, like, if I could pick, like, two main positions, I pitched and I played the outfield.
That was me. That was me.
Yeah.
So you say baseball. Was there any other sports that you know that
Football.
Football.
I played football 1 year. Then I got hurt bad, and my mom was like, "Nah."
Oh yeah.
I'm
The
a
mom,
football.
when some moms know they see you get hurt, yeah, they take you out
Yeah.
So
completely, man.
what was your position? What position did you play?
I was a quarterback.
Quarterback.
Okay.
Oh, so he was a star player on that.
Hey,
Okay,
yeah.
then.
But I didn't have no offensive line. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I played my 7th grade year. Like, it was my first year ever playing football, and it was like, "Oh, yeah, you the quarterback." I'm like, damn.
I'm just starting. I don't even know what I'm doing.
like,
Must be
you-
good,
like,
huh?
you-
It's
yeah,
my
like-
third day out here.
Yeah.
It takes more than just a good arm to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes smarts, like IQ. I mean, it takes a lot to be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Knowing the defense and like as a first year player, like ever playing football, that's a tough position to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I love playing it. I just wish I would have been in a better program, and then I would have had like a legitimate offensive line.
Yeah.
Because I think about football too. Like, man, what if I like really would have stuck with football?
Yeah.
And like been in great programs and
Right.
learned more about the game. That could have been my sport too.
Yeah.
So
Traveling, since you know you don't really travel, you know. I mean, other than games, this is the only time you travel to Florida, right? So how do you feel about traveling, like going away to the team and stuff like that? How do you?
that's
like,
cool. I mean, it's cool. The team always enjoys trips. You know what I mean? Because you get closer as a team off the court. You know, you got team meals, team dinners, roommates. So you get to know people more, you know what I mean? And I think that's important for the chemistry of the team.
What's your favorite stop that y'all went to?
Well, we just came from Cali
Oh,
like a couple weeks ago.
No, that was love.
Mm.
Cali was love.
I seen y'all on the ground.
Yeah, Cali was fun. We just left Tennessee. We just came back from Tennessee. But if I could pick one from my 2 years being here, or 1.5 years being here, I'll probably have to say, I might say California. I probably would say California because we were out there long. We had 2 games out there, so we were able to be out there a little longer than normal. Now, if I could pick a place in my conference, Liberty is nice.
Liberty?
Yeah.
Liberty is nice. They got great facilities. Their court, like they got like how the NBA does like league fits.
Yeah.
They have like this big tunnel, just like league fits. Like when you walk in Liberty and you walk in there, it's like, man, like it makes you like want to put on like a legitimate fit every time you walk into the game. That's crazy.
tough.
Liberty's facilities are crazy.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I have a friend who goes
That
to
tunnel?
Liberty.
That's some NBA. That's some
Yeah,
real
yeah.
No,
NBA.
Liberty got NBA like facilities. Their weight room, their facilities, everything. You would not think that team is in the ASUN.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Wow.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I'll be 28 in 5 years. I see myself rich.
Okay.
With starting my life with my family. With my wife, I want 2 children. Living my dream, living out my dream at 28.
What's
Yeah.
your dream?
My family being set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Taking care of the family, like just being ready. Like 28, I feel like I should be settled, like with who I am as a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just continuing to grow and make sure my family will be straight, and then my personal family will be straight. Starting my personal family.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
What would you say is your biggest, struggle from coming here to FGCU? One thing that you overcame, or it was a real, or you haven't overcame it yet.
Well, if I could pick one, when I first got here, I guess not when I first got here, but like the middle of the season last year, I wasn't playing as much as I wanted to play.
That wasn't giving you PT?
I was playing, but I wasn't like playing as much as I wanted to play. So I had to figure out ways to get on the floor,
Stand
and then
out.
it was it was half that and then half me getting in there and taking advantage of my opportunity. And then once I did, you know, I never looked back. That's when I started like really getting out there and playing well.
Locking in.
Yeah, locking in. So
Okay.
that's why one of the reasons I chose to come back. You know what I mean? I got a lot of memories with my old coach, with Coach Fly. You know what I mean? Because he was the one, he really like showed his belief in me. You know, because at first it was looking bleak. Like I had no idea what was going to happen. Then I just stayed the course, kept working, got out there, and then that was when I kind of became known here.
Yeah.
And like people start putting some respect on my name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that feels good.
So how do you deal with like I guess you could say the criticism of like social media, you know, if you ain't having a good game, you know how social media can be.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that negative energy?
You got to tune it out. You just got to tune it out, because if you allow negative energy, if you allow it to get in, then you're done.
Yeah.
Because now it's like everything is off. Your mentality, you're going to be out there on the floor not doing what you normally do. Like if you have to block out the outside noise, because it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it festers and then.
You know what I mean? You got to stay grounded, or whatever it is that may be. But the outside noise, people, that's part of life. People going to hate. People going to have things to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You just got to go out there and be you, because people going to have something to say regardless. Do you right or wrong?
Yeah.
They're going to have something to say. So just go out there and do what you got to do. Don't worry about all the other stuff.
And would you say you always had this like mentality, like it's whatever, like that's y'all, or would you say like more so when you were younger, it's something you had to learn?
Say that one more time.
Like, so with the whole thing that Miles was asking, like, would you say having the whole like that negative energy, that's none of my business, like that's not going to affect how I'm playing, I'm still going to play like me? Would you say like this is something that it took time for you to learn, like growing up in high school and growing up in, you know, middle school, playing basketball, playing a sport, like when did this come into play for you? Has it always been like it's whatever, or was that instilled like in you from birth, or was it like more so like one time you just had a bad reaction to it and it's like, okay, I can't let this define who I am?
Nah, it wasn't from birth.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had my struggles, you know what I mean, and I've grown since then. But there are times where I would go out there and it had nothing to do with outside noise. It was just me in my own head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would go out there not playing as confident, or worried about looking over my shoulder, worrying about what's gonna happen if I make a mistake.
Yeah.
And I learned that I can't play like that.
Yeah.
I gotta go out there and I gotta just hoop. Like my dad tell me all the time, just play. That's all he says. Just go out, just play. Don't worry about nothing else. Just play.
Yeah.
So ever since, you know, that, I've just been going out there and playing. You know, because that's when I'm the best version of myself.
Yeah.
When I'm out there being me.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't hesitate. You can't worry about all the other stuff. You just gotta go hoop, and that's what I do now.
Yeah.
You know.
Would you say basketball is like your escape, like from reality, when everything kind of just, you know, you in the right headspace, you're not thinking about no homework, you're not thinking about, you know, that test you had, nothing like that?
Basketball is definitely an escape. You know what I mean? Like you can just go in the gym anytime. We got 24-hour access to the gym.
Oh, y'all ass.
So we just go in there anytime, man, and release. You know, basketball for me, and also my spiritual life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were there times where you had to go to the gym like at 2, 3 in the morning?
Like, what's the
just
latest that you know?
Latest I ever been to the gym, I probably said like 2, 3.
AM?
Yeah. AM.
That's
Like,
when
if
you
I-
left,
if
or
I-
that's when you
Different.
got there?
If I
That
can't
boy
sleep,
different.
and something's on my mind, I had a bad game or
Shit.
something, and I just I can't sleep, and I would go.
Yeah.
Nigga
I
said,
would
let me
go.
get the basketball. I'm finna
Yeah.
be back.
Yeah, let me just
You
go
know,
out
ball
here
is
and
life.
get a sweat and work it out, bro. Because I couldn't. Sometimes when you're a competitor, things don't just they sit around with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't wait to get on the floor again
Yeah.
and feel like you got to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like that's the mama mentality. Like, just
Yeah,
when things aren't going right, you know, you can always stick to the gym.
that's another reason why that Kobe thing is. That Kobe Bryant debate is something, because a lot of people say LeBron doesn't have the killer Kobe did, and he didn't. He doesn't.
Nah.
Yeah.
Not to me. You know, Kobe was just different, bro.
Who would you
was.
say that you start your game off of most? Or do you really think that's just, you know, it's just me?
If I really am me, but if I could like pick somebody that resembles my game the most, that's tough, bro. That's tough. I had to really, really sit down and think about that. I really do.
I feel like Brad Beal wasn't a bad
Comparison?
Yeah,
Yeah,
comparison.
he ain't bad.
But I feel like it's so many different like players and different like components. It's so hard to like classify it as just one.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
really
Like,
dissect it.
yeah, he
Yeah.
may like you may see yourself as like 5 other players on
Yeah,
the court.
like
So it's
a
like you
mix.
got something from
Exactly.
different people. So it's hard.
Brad Beal, like I'm a shooter. Brad Beal is like he's a creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his game is more off the dribble than mine is.
Yeah.
That's a part of my game I'm still working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bradley can go like create at an elite level. You know what I mean? Like I'm a shooter right now, I can get mine, but Bradley Beal is elite at getting his.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say I'm more of a. I would probably say, you know what? If I could pick one player right now, my game right now would probably be Desmond Bain.
Okay.
Ooh, I was not expecting Desmond Bay.
Desmond Bain, big
Okay.
kind of solid frame shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like dog. Like I would
Yeah,
say.
he got a good build.
I would say Desmond Bain right now. If I could pick one player right now, I'd say Desmond Bain.
Okay.
Okay.
That's valid. That's a valid, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst moment you ever had on the court you seen like happen on the court? Not necessarily happen to you, but you just, seen it with your own eyes.
Like when you say worst moment, you mean like craziest moment, like highlight, or like bad?
It can be highlight, dunked on
Both.
somebody,
Yeah. Crossover, bad.
crossover somebody.
I'll say both.
Or even like it don't even have to be you with your team. It could be other teams that you've watched, like something on the court or something.
I would probably say the best highlight that I've ever seen would probably be either DeAndre Jordan's lob dunk over Kendrick Perkins
Dude.
Oh.
when the bench went crazy.
Yeah.
And he was in midair and just like it was
Yeah.
that one was wild. Kyrie on Brandon Knight.
Yeah.
I remember that clip. I seen it on the ground.
That clip's still on Instagram to this day.
Yeah, that's
To
not
this
going
day,
nowhere. When AI crossed Mike,
Yeah.
that
That's
was
iconic.
that wasn't like a crazy, but it was just because of who it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to look at that play and be like, oh, my God. But you're going to look at it and be like, that was Mike.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Mike. A good
Like-
defender, like
Mike was the elite defender.
elite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He did that to Mike. Like, yo, that's tough. You know? So, I got a lot, man.
What about like you seen it in person? Like maybe mid-game or on the bench or something like that.
Or even a dunk you did on somebody.
Yeah.
Like you seen it, you're like, oh yeah, that's getting posted on Sports Center or
It was probably
ESPN, something like that.
my senior in high school when we played the top 5 team in the Christmas tournament, and we were like number 11, and we were the underdogs.
Yeah.
I had 23 points and 9 rebounds in that game, and I had a crazy dunk. Like somebody tried to block it from behind, and I slammed it with 2 hands and won. So that was one that I remember, and that was a big game too. So I like to look at moments like when it matters too.
Yeah.
Like if it's some game that it's a regular game, but it like if you playing great competition and you the underdog, that just makes the highlight that much better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it shows that you ready for the moment. You know.
Yeah. You seem like a humble guy,
Yeah.
but like on the court, like are you a talker? Are you more reserved? Like what's your energy like on the court?
My energy is just like super upbeat. You know what I mean? Like constantly moving, playing smart. You know what I mean? I pride myself in being a smart player. Like I know who I am as a player. You know what I mean? Like I always play within myself. But like yes, a huge energy guy. That's kind of how I got my reputation here, like from the fans at FGCU. You know what I mean? Just being that big energy guy, like pumping up the crowd, being a guy that just like hustles and dives like and threes. Like that's kind of I feel like where I got my reputation is the 3-ball and hustling and just being an energy guy.
So do you talk a lot to like your competitors or?
Are you talking about trash talk?
Yeah, we know you be talking that
Right.
smack.
We be seeing in the stands.
We know where we going out,
Yeah,
man.
we-
If y'all's mic'd up, we know what's going down.
It's
If y'all
part of the
mic'd
game,
up.
bro.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. Like
gotta get in their head.
especially somebody starts. If somebody
Yeah.
started, like you out there just hooping, but if somebody like get a bucket on you or something like that, and they say something, the competitor in you is gonna say something back,
Yeah.
and you gonna want to get the ball back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and do something else. So that's part of the game. I love it. You know what I mean? Like I just think if you do it, you gotta be able to receive it
Yeah.
because it's coming.
Yeah.
So, but that's a fun part of the game though, because we all know it's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? As long as like it doesn't get too personal for the most part.
Yeah.
But if we keep it in between the lines in basketball, it's fun.
Yeah. It's all love at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, what team would you say is like the toughest team you went up against that you was like, I need to work on this. Or
Like at FGCU?
yeah, FGC. Who you played against that you this team's it.
Yeah.
Definitely
You got
Loyola.
it.
Loyola.
Loyal? Okay.
Loyola Chicago last year.
Okay.
They were elite defensively. It was crazy. They guard.
You
like,
said Chicago hometown.
Loyola Chicago.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it's in
okay.
Chicago. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how was it? Going back to your hometown, you gotta go get locked in. You fighting. If you fighting your home team, really.
Yeah, really. And then I had my whole family was there because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
at the crib. So I needed like 30 tickets that game.
Yeah, you had your people all. Hey,
Yeah. So it was
come back
cool.
home. Come outside.
Yeah, bro. So I had like 30 people there. So obviously the juices are flowing
Yeah.
because you got your family there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
And
you
it's not a
can't. You
lot.
ain't trying to.
Yeah, you can't mess around, bro. And it's not a lot of times you get that many people. Like you play at the crib.
Right.
Playing in Florida, you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the chance to go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So we had a game at home. I needed like all the tickets possible. So that was fun though, bro. But they're tough. They're tough.
Yeah.
They're tough.
What's something that you want to see changed in FGCU, if there's anything?
Like basketball or the school?
School.
I think there can be more. I think there can be more events for us, like
Yeah.
for, you know what I mean,
People
for
of
the
color.
minority,
Yeah.
for the people of color. You know what I mean? Like I think they can do a better job of that because obviously we know it's a predominantly white school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not a knock, but you know,
That just it is what
some
it
of
is.
us go here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
We
a lot of
need,
schools
too.
around the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're not HBCU. I'm not saying to go that far.
Yeah.
But I'm saying do something.
Yeah. Something.
You know what
Make
I
the
mean?
effort.
So I always wonder what it'd be like me going to the HBCU too.
Yeah.
Cause like the vibe, the
Thinking the
music,
same thing.
like
bro.
football, bro. We don't have
Yeah.
a football here, so
Yeah.
we don't have a homecoming.
Yeah.
So when I think about HBCUs, like I know a lot of people that go there, like a lot of my friends and stuff. Like they just have so much fun, bro. The only thing for me is that they're not as competitive in sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If HBCUs took sports a little more seriously, I probably would. I would really strongly consider I would have gone to an HBCU
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you get the true black experience
Yeah.
with everything. You know what I mean? With everything.
If you could pick one, what HBCU would you go to?
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I like, if I could pick a couple, FAMU.
I knew it. I was gonna say you finna say FAMU.
FAMU looks a lot of fun. Howard.
HU.
Howard be lit.
Hey, FAMU and Howard be lit. They
Yeah.
them they the top two for real.
And then probably, I'm not a huge Texas person, but I'm not gonna lie. Prairie View A&M looks lit.
Yeah.
That I be seeing they parties they be throwing
Right.
sometimes.
Prairie View A&M. I mean, Texas got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Texas got Texas, Mississippi. You know what I mean? Like they, you know.
So talking about school, what's your your plan B? Because if say something happened, God forbid something happened,
Yeah.
but if something happened, what's your plan B that you got to fall back at like what you majoring in, what you want out of graduating
Yeah.
other than
alternate
basketball.
route,
Yeah.
Well, my dream is having my own show one day, like on ESPN,
Okay.
like talking about sports, because I've been a
Yeah.
sports fanatic since I was able to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely have my own show on ESPN. I'm a big Stephen A. Smith fan,
Yeah.
so seeing him doing all that, especially as a black man, being the highest paid person at ESPN as a black man is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big milestone.
So that's huge. But I definitely want my own show at ESPN. And I got a lot of people telling me, like my teammates, everybody, like, man, you'd be great at that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna work towards that. Like when the ball stops bouncing for me, when I stop playing ball, I definitely want my own show on ESPN, just talking about sports.
Yeah, because you've been great on the pod. Like
Right.
you've been giving us good
energy.
good conversation. Not good
Yeah.
answers, good conversation.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all did this, bro. This is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah.
We would love to have you back too.
Right.
You got to.
Yeah,
real.
anytime, bro.
Part
Anytime.
two. But aside from all the basketball and more on like a student and a personal level, what other hobbies do you have outside of sports? Like
Hobbies. So I love my music. I listen to music a lot. Different music, like not just hip hop. Like I love old school
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
R&B.
R&B. You know what I mean?
how old school though? Like we talking
Oh, I don't know if y'all gonna know the name.
Hold on, let's give
I
us a
listen,
few.
I listen to 60s, 70s
Not
music.
his interview with us.
If you
Nah,
going, if you going that far back, then I like the Whispers.
Okay.
I like the Spinners.
Okay.
The OJs.
Oh,
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
know about the OJs, boy?
The
Hold
OJs.
on.
Love Train.
I'm
Yeah.
lost.
Hold on.
I'm lost over
Yeah,
here.
you could be lost.
I ain't
We
hip.
can stay
I
here.
ain't hip.
We gonna need the boy to put us on
Alright.
the little playlist.
Do you know
Right.
about Teddy Pendergrass?
Come on, man. That's my number. That might be number one.
Oh, yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass.
Come on.
Close the door, love TKO.
Ooh,
All that.
Close the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass, Al Green.
Oh, come on.
The Commodores is another group I listen to.
Oh, I forgot about them.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's some old.
I didn't know he was
Yeah,
going to
bro.
go that far back, so I had to ask.
Yeah, when you said 6 and 7s, I'm okay. Maybe you know something. Maybe you know something.
Man,
sure.
come
Yeah,
on, I'm
bro.
an old head.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. It's just something about that, that old school, that just,
That vibe.
really get you in touch with your,
Yeah.
you feel me?
You
Cause
know what I'm
you
saying?
gonna be listening to that thug rapping, all
Yeah,
that,
bro.
But when
It
you
get
when you
old.
tryna,
I like to mix it up a little bit. I listen to
Yeah.
gospel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
Come on.
love Mary Mary.
Come on.
Okay.
You know what I
Kirk
mean?
Franklin.
Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
Yeah. Tamla Man.
Yeah.
All of them. So
Real
R-
versatile playlist. It sound like
Yeah, so I listen to a lot, man. R&B too. I don't know. Like I listen to a lot. Like I even give the female some love.
Yeah.
Summer, Janae Aiko,
Yeah.
Tim's. I like her.
Oh yeah,
right now, too.
Sims good.
Yeah.
She slept on for the dudes though.
She is.
For some reason, dudes don't really be listening to her like that, but
Nah,
she good.
nah,
though.
she's tough.
She good.
Just
You guys
once I
probably
heard,
couldn't
like,
lie.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Essence might be my favorite song,
You're lying. I just added that bitch like 2 days ago,
bro. Essence might be my favorite song, bro.
See, I ain't gonna lie.
gotta
I thought
listen.
you gonna say "Wait for You" for Tim's.
Nah,
'Cause I
Essence,
mean, most people that's where they got it from.
but Essence
like,
that's a feature.
Yeah,
for Tim's.
she featured on it.
You know what I'm saying? But she got some bangers alone. You know what I mean? But I think Essence, like that, just the vibe of that song, bro. That might be my favorite song, bro. And that's saying something. I got a lot of people I listen to.
Might gotta redo my playlist after this. I don't know, dog.
Yeah, who else? SZA.
Yeah, she good as hell.
Yeah, her.
You listen to
Ella
Queen?
May. Who?
Queen Aja?
Nah.
Nah,
I ain't listening.
nah. Queen be snapping though. I be listening.
I'm gonna have to check her out. But yeah, man, I love my music, bro. Love my music.
Would you say that like music is a big part of like what shaped you to be who you are right now? Because when you listen to music, you kind of take on sometimes like what you be listening to.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to gangbanging, you gonna put out that perception of yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
So would you say music really shaped who you are right now? And who would you get your your music taste from? Did you like discover that yourself, or you got it really from your folks?
Well, the old school stuff, I got from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like the new school stuff, you interested in hearing what people listen to.
Yeah.
And then you get put, and then the fun thing, like maybe the most fun thing about music is you get put on the new music.
Yeah.
Like somebody put you on to somebody, you be like, man, how did I not know about this person? You know what I mean? So I love getting put on the music too. So, yeah.
Okay, that's a valid answer.
Yeah.
What else? Like what other? Like still on like the school topic.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have like went any other route like with school, where would you
You mean like if I wasn't an athlete?
if you wasn't an athlete, strictly like us,
Yeah.
where would you see yourself like doing other than like the sports management, or like is
Yeah.
that really like your number one?
Maybe it'd be on campus involvement, stuff like that.
If it wasn't for sports or like me wanting to be like involved in sports, like period,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say motivational speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I think motivational speaker. I look at all the people on social media. Wallow,
Yeah.
E.T., Eric Thomas.
Oh, yeah, he can talk.
Yep. Inky Johnson.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys, like when you listen to them talk, it just like fuels your fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like makes you want to get up and go do something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I think that's something I would really be interested in, is being a motivational speaker.
Yeah, and
I think
see
that'd be fun.
I see that on your social media. Like you post a lot of quotes and stuff like
Yeah.
that, a lot of motivational things like that. So
Yeah.
I could definitely see that for you, especially after seeing you speak on the podcast.
Yeah.
And
Intellect is important, bro. I feel like I got to be able to go in any environment as a man, as a black man especially, and be able to hold my own.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because that's just important in life.
Yeah.
So I like learning new things and constantly gaining knowledge. I think it's important. Yeah.
onto the motivational topic. Would you say like before locking in before a game or away game, home game, whatever it is, you really like the motivation in the locker room? You know, everybody huddled up, boom, they got you in the middle. Would you say you really like the person that really motivates everybody, gets everybody locked in?
Yeah, I'm the guy on the team that does 1, 2, 3, whatever we saying.
Mm-hmm.
I do that a lot. I kind of tee us up before the games. You know, whether me dancing or me doing something like pumping guys up or something. Like I love all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it gets guys going. You know what I mean? It gets you fired up for the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm a big energy person.
Yeah.
Like not just on the court, but in life. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to walk in a room and like be able to feel somebody's energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's important. I
Yeah.
think vibe and energy are huge.
Yeah, cause you're not lying though. I'll see you at a couple functions. You know, you got people turning up in the circle
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So it's fun, bro. I mean, Florida's been good to me, man. It's been good.
Yeah, showing
So-
hella love.
Would you say social life in Florida and social life back home, is it like different? Was it like a transition? Like what was that like for you?
I mean, it's a transition because obviously your friends and family is home.
Yeah.
That's what you're used to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you got to be able to go places and create a name or create an aura about yourself that people get used to too. Because your family and friends know you.
Yeah.
So can you be the same person somewhere else and like kind of build a reputation or build an image somewhere else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's respected and people like, you know.
Yeah.
So I pride myself in being somebody that is a good person, has good character, and people enjoy being around. You know what I mean? Because that's the last thing somebody wants. It's like when a person comes into the room or you have a conversation with a person, like, man, like, what are you talking about? Or what are you like? What are you about?
Yeah.
You know. So I think that's important. That's important. You know. But it's definitely different. You know, the transition from Chicago to Florida. You know, it's a different vibe. But I've embraced it. You know, I've embraced it.
Yeah. All right. Well, if that's all for y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out on the show. We definitely do appreciate it.
Yep.
If y'all want to see a part 2, because I really like the conversation and
Yeah,
the
of
vibes
course.
of this
It was-
podcast. If y'all want to see a part 2, let us know so we can set that up. And y'all make sure y'all follow Austin on social media.
For
at-
sure. Show some love.
Yeah, and then follow our social media as well. I'm T,
I'm Miles.
And I'm Josh.
and this is Cultured Thoughts.